This truck costs more than your first house. I'll include a link to the Karl Malone Ram and Hebrews website in the description down below that's providing us with this Ram. Let's get right into it. Powering this is a 5.7 liter Hemi V8 that goes through an 8-speed automatic. Fuel economy 16 around town, 20 on the highway, with power outputs being 395 horsepower, 410 pound-feet of torque. This also has the e-torque assist, which is a mild hybrid unit that helps improve fuel economy and then gives a little bit of a boost. If you're looking for more straight to the point reviews like this, make sure you subscribe. This one has the night edition, so you've got the sport hood with all of the venting. You can see the e-torque's pretty bright blue. Now the Limited does get the fancier lights that have the cool little animations that can happen. That's why you have all the little LED lines. Everything's blacked out. We got recovery points, fog lights too. Generally speaking, I think it's a pretty cool looking front end. 285 by 45 by 22 for the tire and wheel setup. Of course, darker coloration on the wheels. Then you notice you got those body painted fender flares, and then the symbol of protest, as they call it. Air suspension on all four corners with this. Also forgot Ram badge there. Now when it comes to key fob features, we have our lock and unlock. You got the tailgate drop down. That's for the air suspension to lower it. And then we also have the remote start feature, Limited logo there on the side. And speaking of side, here's the side profile of this Limited. If you're quite observant, you'll notice that this one has the Ram box cargo storage. The other side will have a little power outlet there on the side. But both of them will have the drains already built in. And then the tailgate, power. You notice you have a thinner bed because of the Ram boxes. You do have LED lights built in, and then this also has a cargo cover. And then a cool thing about this tailgate is if you just nudge it a little bit harder, I guess. There you go, it'll raise up. Fancy taillights with the animations. You've got the exhaust tips, ladder exhaust. All these come with the GT exhaust if you get the 5.7 Hemi. This little bedside step here on the other side of the truck. So you can kind of just kick that out. That will cap things off for the exterior of this Limited. Let's now check out the interior. Regular glass in the back. Got a really nice trim all over the panel here. The speaker for the sound system. Power running boards. The seats have more nice trim. They're perforated all down the center. You got little cloth strips as well. They also have recline function. You got the little lever for that. And then you can pick it up for underseat storage. We also have little buckets on the other side. Legroom back here, of course, is great. This is for the gate for the bed because of the Ram boxes. It comes with that little pocket there. Got some wood trim. And look at that, heated ventilated seats. Got a power outlet, some USB ports too. Headroom, not massive back here, but still pretty good. And then we do have a power sliding rear window. Keyless entry for up front, and let's check it out. Blind spot monitoring. This also has the trailer mirrors that'll extend out, power fold in, all that. Pretty fancy. Thicker windows. And then again, more of that nice trim all over the door panel. Here's all the window controls. You got massage seats, memory seats, and these are all the mirror adjustment controls. Let's talk about capacities, because this is one big downside about this truck. 975 pounds of payload. So normally this truck with its axle ratio on the 5.7 Hemi would be able to tow something around 11,000 pounds. But because the payload's going to limit that massively, you're looking at a tow rating, again, depending on how many passengers you have in the truck, right? Because that's going to limit your payload, which is going to limit the amount you can have via tongue weight to, 8,000-ish pounds, 7,000 pounds. Again, just depends on how many people you have in the truck. And then here is the seat. Really nice trim. Got power adjustments with lumbar support. You've got your pedal adjustment here. You can see with the light controls. Steering wheel's manually adjustable. Now take a look at the steering wheel. We've got soft touch all around. Radio controls on the back of the steering wheel. A bunch of practical controls in the front, including for the adaptive cruise. This also has the steering assist, so it'll actually steer for you on the highway and everything. Gear limiter, you got your drive mode select as well. And yeah, driver monitor. Anyways, full digital cluster there in the center, so that means you can change what this displays. It's going to be quite a bit more customizable. And then I don't know if the lighting's going to let you guys see it, but there's a heads-up display. 360 camera, really good resolution. Not a huge camera view though, because of the vertical orientation. And that is one downside with this screen. I mean, it's somewhat integrated into the dash. It kind of sits on top of it now because the screen's gotten bigger over the years. But you still have the climate controls on either side, radio controls as well. And then you have stuff at the bottom built in, like the trailer backup system, trailer brake controls, and then also your air suspension is now in the screen. And then response time with the screen itself, once it's warmed up, I've had this truck sitting here for a minute, it's actually pretty quick to respond. It does have heated ventilated seats and heated steering wheel. Advanced driveline, I would say. So you got two-wheel drive, four-wheel auto, high and low. You also have your auto stop start. You can turn that off. And then, yeah, the dial shifter. Bunch of USB ports. We've got two phone charging pads. The sliding center console because of the dial shifter. There's an outlet there at the bottom. And then you can cover these up with these nice little wood panels. And then you have access to the back of the center console with this whole setup. Nice trim on the top, says limited there. And then you can see there's more nice trim on the dash. Camera rear view mirror, and then we do have a panoramic sunroof. 2026 Ram 1500 Limited, $93,030. Let's take it out and see how it performs. This is basically a car with a truck bed at this point. Because, I mean, I get it. I get that Ram boxes and having a panoramic roof and having all this stuff adds weight. I get it. But goodness gracious, 975 pounds of payload on a half ton, it's unusable. Unless you're literally just going to drive this around and, I don't know, haul styrofoam in the back. Like, there's so many mid-size pickup trucks that have more payload than that. I just reviewed a Grenadier Quartermaster the other day, and that had almost, no, not twice as much, but I mean, that was like, what, 1,500, almost 1,600 pounds of payload in that thing? Just crazy. What is Ram doing? It's like the same thing that happened with the freaking, 2500s, where they nerfed the gross vehicle weight rating for such a long time. I wonder if they're doing the same thing with this. I don't know though. But like, you got to show higher payload. You got it. Like, it's not gonna work in today's world. You have to show at least, in a half ton, you got to show at least 1,500 pounds. And in a luxury package like this, you can get away with like 12 to 1,300. But even then, like, a lot of people get annoyed with that, and then they don't want to buy the truck because they're like, why am I going to buy a truck? Why am I going to buy a full-size pickup truck if I can haul as much with a midsize? You get to the beds, the bed's usually bigger than a full-size, but yeah, these modern trucks have too much going on. They got way too much going on. And again, I'm wondering, this has a 5.7 Hemi. If you look at the Hurricane trucks, those ones all have, more payload. So I'm wondering if like Ram's doing everything they can to, because the Hemi's more expensive and then it has less payload. Like, they're doing everything they can to like sell you on the Hurricane. Big warranty, better towing, better payload. Because again, this is not limited, but like, this engine could pull 11,000 pounds, no problem. It's just, your tongue weight's gonna get maxed out. I guess if you go on like a diet, you can tow with this truck. Gotta love the engine, it's smooth. And here's my other beef. Why does Ram not have a 6.4 Hemi as an option? People have been asking for this for years and years and years. And this is like the last chance to do it. And I actually think that, like, I'm not seeing Ram Limited sell anymore like they used to. I think that would help them sell, because I think what you could do is the Tungsten is the top line luxury and it has the high output Hurricane. The Limited, I think the way to differentiate this is offer it with, again, you can get the Hurricane, you can get the 5.7 Hemi if you want, that'll be less expensive, but like the fully loaded Limited like this should come with a 6.4 Hemi. And then that way, that would appease the different demographics, because it's like, if you want true luxury, you're going to want an inline 6 because it's quiet and it's smooth. But if you're looking for luxury and a little bit of fun, which a lot of truck people want that, then it's like, okay, you get the Limited with the 6.4 Hemi. It's got pretty much as much luxury as the Tungsten, but it's not quite as fancy. 970, I can't get over that. It's like the first time you look at a payload on a 2500 Ram and you're like, wait, why does this HD truck have 1,700 pounds of payload? And it's like, why does this half-ton truck have 900 pounds of payload? A freaking Toyota Tacoma tin can Temu build quality has more payload than this truck. What is Ram doing? Nice truck though. I mean, it drives well. It's quiet. The engine's smooth. The suspension's incredibly comfortable. Like, I am truly in the lap of luxury right now. I don't think I could be more comfortable. But I can't tow anything. I'm gonna do the other parking space. So let me know your thoughts on this truck. I think it's nice, but If this is the direction of modern pickup trucks, where you have all this tech, and because you have all this tech and all this stuff, you get no payload, take us back. Take us back. And I get that Ram still offers basic trucks, but make it more basic. Like, give us maximum capability. I don't know. It's gonna take me like 10 years to park here. Anyways, that's all.